year's Fall Classic between the Washington Texas Rangers. Hi again, everybody. Matt here, Eric Harrelson, Steve Lyons. And Steve, obviously things still up in the air as we get ready for Game 6.
Yeah, and here you see the results of those first 5 games, and it's been everything that we could have hoped for. And now at 3-2, you've got a team coming in here that needs to win the final 2 games on the road to take the series. And judging by the noise that this crowd is making, that will not...
Should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now your 2016 Texas Rangers.
And briefly here, a glance at the 2 starters who'll get the ball here in this one. A moment now to take a look at the visiting Washington Nationals. Who are you focused on, EK?
Well, I'm definitely excited to see the werewolf, Jason Worth, take the field. I think he does a great job of taking what's given to him. Never tries to do too much. Knows how to extend an at-bat and get the pitch he's looking for.
Martin Perez gets the ball with a world championship on the line. Eric, any thoughts?
Yeah, Matty, in his last start, he gave his ball club 6 complete innings, but didn't stay around for a decision. He'll look to get a W here in this one.
And with that, let's take a look at how the Rangers will align defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, Matty, if there's a ball hit out to center field, Coach, I am not going to send him. He has a cannon out there in center field. Everybody knows it. We'll see if he gets a chance to show it off in this one.
Trey Turner strides forward, and we are set for baseball here this evening. Here's a pitch taken for ball 1 as we get underway here at 7:06.
First pitch, 7:06.
Flipped out the other way towards short. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit.
Yeah, he's all over this pitch. You see it right here. Lines it into left field. Now they've got a man on to start the ball game.
Striding into the box, Bryce Harper, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Prior to the at-bat, a check on first. Runner back safely. And this is taken outside for ball 1. And you figure now this would be a spot where that man might try to take second base.
And it wouldn't be a bad idea to hold the ball a little longer out there on the mound. Really vary your times to the plate. You can't be predictable out there or he'll take advantage.
Now a snap move over to first. And he'll get back in safely.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
That evens it up 1-1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. A pitch out. The throw on a great time to pitch out as he'll be thrown out easily at second.
Well, that's just good execution right there. Pitcher slide steps. That makes it easier and quicker for the catcher to handle the ball. He gets a good throw off to second base, and they get their guy.
high and deep to right center field. Desmond racing back, still going back. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
And on the mound, he's got to hope he doesn't have to suffer through watching too many more of those off the bat.
Jason Worth gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on. First pitch coming. Here it is. And they'll try and get him out in front to start the at-bat, but this misses off the plate away. It's ball one. And set up behind the dish is Woody Keller as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Yeah, Keller's a guy that will mostly call a great game. Although sometimes he gets some odd looks from pitchers, especially when they feel like they've spotted a great pitch.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a liner, but this is a foul ball. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Rua will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Nationals go quietly, and now the Rangers will get their shot in a scoreless ball game. Time now to look at Jeff Bannister's Rangers lineup card in this one. Eric, who stands out to you?
Well, I know they love what Ian Desmond brings with his offense. He's made a difference in this series so far. Already with 2 home runs to his credit, he looks really locked in at the plate, and I think he's got a good chance to keep that hot hitting going.
Gio Gonzalez will look to keep their World Series hopes alive on the mound. What's your take on him, EK?
Yeah, Matty, in his last start, he was pretty effective. Got the win and only allowed 2 runs. Going to try and do that here again.
With a moment now, let's take a look at how the Nats will align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, remember, this manager has not jumped on board with all the defensive shifts. Still that old school mentality. Plays guys straight up, so we'll see how that impacts this game.
About time for the home 9 to get their swings as Carlos Gomez is ready to lead off the bottom of inning number 1. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. And he gives this one a pretty good ride down the left field line. And it, in fact, lands in the corner, foul. Gonzalez gets the sign. Here it is on 0-2. That misses 1-2.
If there's one thing base stealers don't like, it's when you throw at their legs. Now, that's their meal ticket you're messing with.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Hit high and deep out there to left center field. Turner going back at the track. He's there. Oh, but he can't hold on. And Gomez can fly. He's headed for third. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Oh, and a great way to start the home half of the first. Leadoff triple puts pressure on this pitcher right from the start tonight.
Coming to the plate now, Ian Desmond. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
And that's taken high and outside for ball 1.
That's a pitch that you got to stay on top of, or else it'll take off on you just like that one did. The 1-0 pitch.
Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Drilled right back up the middle. And that is a base hit as the run will come in to score from third, and the Rangers will take a 1-0 lead.
Runner on third, nobody out. You figured just about any ground ball to the shortstop or second baseman is going to score a run. Here he gets even more than he bargained for as he finds a hole right up the middle into center field for the RBI single.
Here's Carlos Beltran. As he's first pitch swinging here, and this is on the ground toward the hole. Espinosa onto the pitcher, covering in time. It's a double play.
Boy, and that's good athleticism here by the pitcher getting off the mound. He gets the ground ball to first, but then he hustles his way over to the bag to help them wrap up that 3-6-1 double play.
In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1-0.
Yeah, looked like he hit the target. That's a tough pitch to lay off, but he made it pan out.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And he lays off upstairs, but it's ruled a strike, and he can't believe it. 1-2.
Nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. We've got more. It's Game 6, and we're back after this. Ryan Zimmerman will stand in now for the first time, coming off, well, nothing short of a dynamic performance last time out.
Well, it makes you wonder how they're going to attack him here in this game. I would bet that they're a lot more cautious with him.
Into the windup and the pitch. Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. It's ball 1.
Yeah, that's a good spot to miss against a guy like this. He loves that pitch up in the zone. Most power hitters do, so that's not a bad idea to give him one above the letters.
Swing and a miss, 1-1.
Doing a good job right there of tying him up inside. Got it in on his hands that time before he could get that barrel through the zone.
And he takes a called strike 2.
1-2.
Now a fastball up around the shoulders, but it's strike 3 called and a questionable first out of the inning.
You know, and I think most hitters will tell you, if you get a bad call on strike 1 or strike 2, you know, they can live with that. But if you're going to punch me out on strike 3, it better be a strike. If not, I feel like you're taking the bat out of my hands.
Daniel Murphy will dig in now, and he's picked the wrong time of year for his bat to go silent.
Yeah, just 1 hit in the series so far for him, and they're going to have to get more out of his bat. But he's got to make sure he doesn't press up there, or that average is going to continue to go south.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Pitch squared toward the line and right. Rua moves over, makes the play, and there are two gone now.
Batting sixth.
And with two away now, let's take another look at our playoff brackets. And of course, the question on everybody's mind, will we crown a champion here tonight? Anthony Rendon will stand in, and this pitching staff has kept his bat silent throughout the series so far.
Yeah, just 2 hits for him so far, but you got to figure he's due. I don't think they're going to hold him down all series long.
First offering on its way. Fastball off the plate away for ball 1. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty darn good job against him in this series.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Desmond on the move, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. They trail this one 1-0. Adrian Beltre will lead things off here as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 due up to start the home second.
Adrian Beltre.
Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
And it's quickly 0-2.
You know, on May 15th, 2015, Adrian Beltre became the 52nd player in MLB history to hit 400 home runs. He's in some pretty remarkable company.
And Beltre wisely lays off that one 1-2. Speaking of Beltre, he's collected more hits in his career than any other player hailing from the Dominican Republic.
And he's also only the 4th player in Major League history to hit for the cycle 3 times. He really is a rare talent at the plate.
And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
Nearly gets his first home run of the postseason, and I'll tell you, he didn't miss this thing by much. Here you see it. He just gets this one airborne, and this thing just doesn't quite have enough to get out of here. But it does have plenty to get him into second base, and now he's got himself a double.
Stepping in, Rougned Odor. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Gonzalez comes set. First pitch on its way. Behind on that one. Now behind in the count, 0-1. No one out with a runner at second. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Chopped foul right at home plate. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. This is pulled into right. And that's taken in straightaway right. Will he try from second? And he'll make it up to third safely here with one away.
This turns out to be a real heads-up play at second base. Now, you think on a line drive into the outfield that he might be bouncing towards third, hoping to score if this ball drops. But smartly, he goes back to the bag, tags up, and he advances the 90 feet.
Here's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland. as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
Well, that one's at 94, so the velocity's good right now.
Chased out of the zone there, and he's down 2 strikes.
And now this is where you can be just a little bit more selective as a pitcher. You're looking for the strikeout. You certainly don't have to throw a strike in either of the next 2 pitches, so you got to see if you can get him to chase.
Struck him out. And now they'll likely need a base hit to get that runner home from third.
And here, I mean, if this is a high chopper to short, it's an RBI. If it's a lazy fly to right, it's an RBI. Point is, you've got to put the ball in play with a runner on third and 1 out. That's just basic execution that's lacking right there.
Here's Elvis Andrus now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Men on third with 2 down. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Very tempting up there, but that's also a pitch that a lot of guys will pop up. So that's a nice job of laying off.
Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Here it is. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Just did manage to catch that one with the last 2 inches of his glove. That could have been trouble.
2 outs here with a runner at. This is skied out to deep center field. Turner racing back. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. 1 left for Texas. We play 2 innings. It's 1-0. Danny Espinoza will get a shot here, and he's looking to get off the Schneid. Hitless in the series so far.
And he's an important guy to get going. If they're going to have any chance in this series, he really needs to start getting a little more involved.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
And, you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
Hot shot to third. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
And that's the one thing about lefties that throw a lot of curves and changeups. You're normally going to give your third baseman a pretty good workout down there. But he's able to gobble this one up and make the play at first.
Clint Robinson stands in for the first time. High in the air and deep to left center field. Back goes Gomez, still ranging back. But he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a 1-out double.
Boy, this is just such a nice job here by a left-handed hitter of jumping out in front of this pitch. You'll see it. It's middle in, but he gets full barrel on this one. And that's not an easy thing to do against a left-handed pitcher, as this one jumps off the bat and nearly gets out of here as well.
Jose Lobaton will dig in here, and it's been a series to forget for him so far as you see the numbers there.
And with these guys just one game away from going home, he may not have too many more opportunities to turn things around. He's got to make every at-bat count from here on out.
He's set. Here it comes. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. This is lifted into the air out towards center field. Desmond is there to put it away for out number 2.
I think at first he probably had thoughts about tagging up here, but there's that old baseball adage, don't make the last out of the inning at third base. So staying at second, probably the right call.
So stepping in, Trey Turner, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Here's the first pitch to him. Out in front of it, strike 1. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Line to the right side. That's in there. Base hit. And the runner at third will put the brakes on here as they didn't want to chance it even with 2 outs.
Yeah, and you know, he just couldn't put him away here with 2 strikes. He goes to the fastball, hoping to get out of the inning, but this is hit pretty hard, and now he's got a second man on base to deal with, 2 away.
Now we'll snap one off over to the bag. Runner's back. Here's Bryce Harper now. Rips this one to first. And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. A golden opportunity to get on the board. Here goes for naught. More from Game 6 after this message and a word from our local stations. Ryan Rua digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Right fielder, Ryan Rua.
A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0. Chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Gonzalez steps into his windup. Here it is on 2-1. And this is on the inside edge, perhaps off the inside edge, but it's a called strike. 2-2 now.
A little conviction behind that fastball.
Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
And there you see the leadoff man on deck, and you know they'd love to get someone on base when this lineup turns over.
And good patience exercised as he works out the walk to lead off the home half of the third.
If you're looking for a good way to add to a 1-run lead, a leadoff walk never hurts. Let's see how they want to play this from here.
Carlos Gomez will get a second crack at it here. Remember, he tripled to start out the home first.
And so far, that run still holds up as they lead the ballgame.
First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. And he lays off for ball 1.
Yeah, he didn't seem to do him any favors with the previous batter, and now here's another call that goes against him on the mound.
Here's the 1-1. Tries to drag his way on here, but now he's behind 1-2. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you've got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
And good take that time on a low breaking ball. 2-2 now. Pitch is way outside, and he can't even get a glove on it. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
Well, and as you guys well know, mistakes tend to get magnified here in the postseason, so we'll have to see if this free 90 feet winds up leading to a run.
A runner at second, nobody out. And this pitch misses here as well. Back-to-back walks now, but at least that'll put the force back in order here.
That's 2 walks now here in this third inning. I mean, it seems like he's having a hard time picking up the catcher right now.
Ian Desmond stands in following an RBI single this first time through.
Yeah, and so far that's been the only real offense in this game. Good pitching we're seeing so far.
Here comes the first pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. To second for 1. On to first. Not in time as the umpire was right there to make the call.
Yeah, that's good hustle getting down the line. A double play could have really put the brakes on this rally, but he's able to beat it out on the back end just to keep things going here.
Runners at the corners here with 1 gone in the inning. And here's the ever dangerous Carlos Beltran. He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And here's a swing and a miss as the count goes to 0-2 on Beltran.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like he's trying to get a ground ball here. He's coming right after him, trying to get a punch out.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. High in the air and deep to straightaway left. Worth going back. He gets there to make the catch, but this should bring home a run as the runner tags from third. And it's a sac fly and an RBI. It's now a 2-0 game.
Well, that's all he's hoping to do right here. Just get that thing airborne and get that first run of the game home. He does his job, picks up the RBI.
Jonathan Lucroy is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometime.
First pitch of the at-bat. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. He's running towards second. Pitch outside. The throw way late, and he's in there easily at second.
And with 2 outs, this was an excellent spot to try to take second base. The worst-case scenario is if you get thrown out, you allow a good hitter to come back and lead off the next inning. Now, you give that same good hitter an opportunity to drive you in with just a base hit.
Swinging a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now. And Rendon will look this one in to retire the side. So they scratch across a run here on no hits, no errors, and a man left. We're through 3 here in game number 6. The Rangers on top here, 2-0. Leading off the inning, Jason Worth, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. The 1-2 pitch. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
And I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Still 2-2. Back to him, and that's off his leg. But he is able to recover as he gets the out at first. 1 away now. And with that play over now, time to check and see if our man is all right. You can really see him favoring that leg. And that is his plant leg, which is always a concern. But from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay to try and continue. Now to the plate, Ryan Zimmerman. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Well, you know, it never feels good to go down on strikes, especially looking. You wouldn't be surprised to see him be a little more aggressive in this at-bat.
And he lays off there, 1-0. One-0 pitch is his slider, swung on and missed, 1-1. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
Yeah, really not a bad pitch when you look at it. This is at the knees with some movement. He just uses the center of the diamond and checks in here with a base hit.
Here's Daniel Murphy now, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Seems like he's gotten away with more than a few location mistakes so far.
Yeah, and that's not going to last forever, especially in this place.
And he'll look at a fastball here that's close, but it's 2-1 now. And a 2-1 slider is looked at for a called strike 2. The 2-2 pitch. Now he turns on a fastball and sends it deep down the right field line. And gone. He tucked it just inside the foul pole to tie the game. So a 2-run homer down the line in right field. His first homer so far in the series, as the Nationals have battled back to tie this one at 2 apiece.
And this is what you expect when you make it to the postseason. I mean, you expect the guys that have carried you all year to keep on producing, and sure enough, he comes through again and delivers a no-doubter here.
In now is Anthony Rendon. First pitch has him dancing to avoid it. It's ball 1.
And giving up hits is one thing, but judging by that pitch, he doesn't have any consistency with that release point. He's all over the place.
Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit.
Now batting.
And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit. Danny Espinoza stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on.
1 ball, no strike.
One 0 count. Here it is. Now a ground ball for Andrus at short. This could be 2. To second for 1. On to Moreland, but it's too late, so they'll get just the 1.
Yeah, you know, a double play there was always going to be a stretch. And that's where you just take that force out at second, get the lead runner, and then say, you know what? Thank you very much.
Now at the plate, Clint Robinson. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
And with a man on first, it'll take at least another double to bring him in.
Now he'll step off the rubber and go to first. And he is tagged out here. Boy, a bad mistake that time as he's picked off to end the inning. Nats pick up a pair in the inning on this 2-run home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up, and we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Adrian Beltre is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Third baseman, Adrian Beltre.
Halfway to 100 pitches, here it is. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
And a fastball in there for a strike, 1-1.
This is the thing that's so impressive about this guy. He'll show you that good breaking ball, but then he'll run that fastball up the ladder at 92, 93.
Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Hops this one up just beyond the infield on the right side. Murphy backs up a bit and he takes charge for the first out.
Now batting.
So with one away, let's punch up the graphic and show you the pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters here in the 4th inning. Both guys pretty close, top speeds of 95 and 94. Rougned Odor stands in for the 2nd time. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he put a good swing on it last time, so we'll see if he can make one fall here.
He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. That one's going to find the seats, strike 1. And he lays off a pitch down and away. Ball 2. 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the contest for the Rangers so far. Hit hard back up the middle, and that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit.
As a hitting coach, that's what you want. Hit the ball right back up the middle. You get into bad habits when you try to pull everything. But here, just stays right on it and picks up a solid 1-out single.
Mitch Moreland comes to the plate looking to put the ball in play. He went down on strikes last time.
Yeah, and he went down in flames, too. Got him on just 3 pitches.
And there's his strike right down the heart of the plate, 0-1.
That's such a good pitch to get ahead. Lefty on lefty. It's a big looping curveball. Makes it very difficult for the hitter to try and time what's coming next.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Pitch out.
Ball.
Nothing doing.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Two and one. Runner at first here with 1 away in the 2-2 ball game. And a big swing and a miss here. 2 strikes. Now a snap throw to first. And the runner back.
That's a pretty good lead right there.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
Now the question, do you send the guy on 3-2 with 1 out? You figure you're going to get something around the plate.
And, whoa, awfully close, but it's ball 4 according to Woody Keller.
You can't fault the pitch selection or the location there. And it's well placed, maybe just a hair off the outside corner. But 3-2, that's where you want to be.
Here's Elvis Andrus now. As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike 1. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Ball 1.
Playing 11, 1-1.
And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1.
He's still got a couple pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. You got to take a step back, take a deep breath, and get back in the zone.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. And another foul ball. On the ground to short. This could be 2. There's 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Rangers leave 1. We'll head to the 5th, tied at 2. Clint Robinson heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
First baseman number 25, Clint Robinson.
Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. Hit out towards second. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Well, he really bunched him up on that two-seam fastball right there. That's not a very confident swing either, and the result, just an easy ground ball.
Standing in now, Jose Lobaton. As he swings and hits this one fouled off to the right and out of play. 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors so far for the Nationals. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
And he's got a little bit of work to do now to avoid that first walk.
Here it is on 3-1. Chopped foul over towards the dugout. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Good battle. Count remains full. Ready now with the payoff pitch. Line drive to left. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night.
Oh, that's just a nice play out there in the corner. You know, with most guys, this is a sure double. But he might even have hit this ball a little too hard because they can get it back into the infield quickly, and that's going to hold him to just a single.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Stepping in now, Trey Turner, as he will take a look at strike 1 on a fastball right down the pipe. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. Heading out towards shallow right. Rua has a read on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
The right fielder, number 34, Bryce Harper.
So it's a runner at first with 2 gone, and that'll bring in a dangerous hitter indeed in the form of Bryce Harper. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Down the first base line. And he'll reach first safely. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Well, that's just a bad break right there. He made a good pitch. He probably should be out of this inning, but it winds up being an infield single.
Jason Worth digs in, and we'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 5th.
Yeah, a couple of ducks on the pond out there looking to make that trip home. This is a big 2-out AB right here, guys.
Good late break to the slider here, but he takes it in on the hands for ball 1.
And you can bet they'll pitch him carefully with a couple guys on base.
Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Now a ball hit high and deep, heading toward the corner in left. Gomez on the run. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Nats leave a pair. Halfway home, tied 2 apiece. Ryan Rua comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Right fielder, Ryan Rua.
Gonzalez looks in. Here comes the first pitch. Big, slow breaking ball that drops in for a strike to start him out. It's 0-1.
Well, he's thrown a first pitch strike to about 60% of the batters he's faced, so that's a pretty good percentage because we're into the middle innings right now.
Swing and a shot to third. But quick reactions at the hot corner take away a hit, and there's one gone.
Hey, you got to be quick down there. It's the hot corner. Seems like a third baseman, most of the plays you have, it's either on you in a heartbeat or it's a slow roller. Not a whole lot of plays in between, but he stays with it to make the play there.
Here's Carlos Gomez. Now a bunt attempt here. Lobaton is up with it on to first, and it's dropped. It'll stay right there, though, so there will be no advance.
Well, let's watch this. I don't know quite what the problem was. It just sort of looked like he clanked it over there. And, yeah, sure enough, the throw's right there. He doesn't close the glove around it.
Ian Desmond stands in. He'll try to improve in this at-bat after grounding into a fielder's choice his last time up.
And you know what? You don't need anything special from him right here. You just need to find a way to move a guy up 90 feet. Could be a good time for a sac punt.
And he'll snap one over to first. And he just manages to get his hand in. In there, strike one. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
And he'll step off the rubber and go to first. And a dive, but he's back in there. Runners on first with one down. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. And he finds a way to catch the zone here. It's 1-2.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good.
All right. First and second now. Double play still a possibility, but you've made things a bit tougher on yourself now by advancing a runner into scoring position.
Carlos Beltran will stand in. He drove in a run with a sac fly his last time. And some action out in that Washington bullpen now as we see both a left-hander and a right-hander throwing. First delivery to him on the way. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Cold strike at the knees, 1-1.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1.
He is definitely not a guy that's going to back down out there. Right after the hit by pitch, he comes right back inside with another heater. Kind of shows you what he's made of.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Full count now. 3-2. EK, where are you going now on 3-2?
I still got to work at corner. Not just going to throw it right down the middle and grab a strike. Can't be a giveaway pitch.
First and second now, one man out. And, whoa, awfully close, but it's ball 4 according to Woody Keller.
Well, we knew he had to work carefully with the runner in scoring position, but I don't think a walk was what he had in mind. It's going to make things just a little trickier now with the bases loaded.
Jonathan Lucroy will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out 0 for 2 thus far. First pitch on its way. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Harper has a read on it, makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And the go-ahead run will score on the sacrifice fly, as this is now a 3-2 ball game.
And with one out and the bases loaded, this isn't the worst thing that could happen to you if you're out there on the mound. They do give up one run with the sacrifice fly, but with 2 outs now, they're much closer to avoiding what could have been a huge inning.
Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. Swing and a line drive, but foul. On the ground to third. Rendon is there. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Rangers will have to be content with just a 1. 5 innings complete. It's the Rangers 3 and the Nationals 2. Ryan Zimmerman will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time and then a base hit last time around.
Ryan Zimmerman.
And now the Ranger bullpen swings into action. A lefty and a right-hander are throwing down there. Hit the other way out toward right field. Rua is there to make the play as Zimmerman's gone on just 1 pitch.
He's just trying to get a fastball in there to start the inning. The ball winds up getting hit pretty well, but not well enough to do any damage. It's a 1-pitch out.
Daniel Murphy will stand in again as we flash you back here to the 4th inning. This was a 2-run home run that was definitely one of the big blows of the ball game to this point. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now a fastball that couldn't quite find the zone. It's ball 1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
Not quite reaching 90 with the fastball, but it's 1-1 now. One and 2 as he chases the slider.
And if he's getting tired, it's not showing in his slider. That pitch is still as tight as it was in the 2nd inning.
That misses, and we're even at 2-2. 3-2's our score here in inning number 6. That's out to left center and over the head of the shortstop. Andrus. It's a base hit.
Yeah, and plenty of hits here so far, but not a lot to show for it in the run column. Maybe this can help turn that around as they get a man on here with just 1 away.
Anthony Rendon will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
It doesn't take a trained eye to tell you. He's starting to wear down a bit out there on the mound.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
Boy, he might be pressing his luck a little now. That's 2 straight pitches right down the middle.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. 1-2, here it comes. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down.
Well, right now, that fastball's been so good, he really hasn't needed any of the secondary pitches. Another good heater there.
Into the box now, Danny Espinosa, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. A little bouncer. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. Out of play. Here it comes on 0-2. Now a fastball runs inside and drills him. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
I think things are getting a little frosty down there now. This has been one of those back and forth games where tensions have run high. This is just going to ramp it up a little higher.
Into the box, Clint Robinson, as he'll watch a slider that runs out of the strike zone away for ball 1.
And this is a spot where the Nats have had their share of trouble. They have to have someone come through here.
Trying to hold the lead. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Backhanded. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Nats leave a pair. They trail 3-2. Oliver Perez will come on now as he'll start out the bottom of the 6th.
Number 46, Oliver Perez.
Rougned Odor will start things out for the Rangers in their half of the 6th.
Leading out for the Rangers, second baseman, Rougned Odor.
And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. The 0-2 home. Too low with a fastball there. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
On 0-2, if that's a curveball, a changeup, a sinker, then maybe you get a guy to chase. But it's much easier to lay off a pitch down there when it's a straight fastball.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. They try to come in with the fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2. This one's blooped out toward right center field. Turner coming on, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass.
Yeah, he had a chance to put him away. Had him down 0-2. Tried to get him to chase a couple of times, but he wouldn't do it. And he winds up making contact on a good pitch there.
Mitch Moreland stands in, reached on a walk in his last trip. The look by Perez, now the pitch. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball one. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does two things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal at all.
Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
Well, this crowd's been something else here in this series. They are really making it tough on him out there.
Nobody out, runner on first. Runner's on the move for second. He pulls this one into right, but the catch is made on the line out there. Will they have a shot at doubling him off first?
Well, in this at-bat, he did everything right. He got himself into a good hitter's count. That's 2-0. Found a good pitch to hit, and he hit it hard. Just unlucky, I guess. He hit it right at somebody.
Here's Elvis Andrus now. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. Runners on first with 1 down. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. The set and the 1-1 pitch. Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now.
Now you got to beware of that sinker. I mean, he'd take a strikeout right now, but I think he still just wants this guy to hit the ball on the ground.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now a move over to first, and a dive, but he's back in.
Keeping an eye on him.
Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Now we'll step off and fire to the bag. And the runner will get back standing. Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. Lifted in the air out to right. Moving under it, Harper. And he makes the catch for the 2nd out.
Yeah, that was a really good battle right there. It took him a lot of pitches to finally get the fly ball out. Now, obviously, you're not going to get on base, but I wouldn't consider that a wasted at-bat at all.
Ryan Rua digs in now after lining out in his last try.
Yeah, he was pretty unlucky last time because he squared up that fastball nicely. So we're going to have to see if they still come at it with hard stuff.
From the belt, the pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Boy, you talk about a ball having eyes. First off, he's fortunate to get this one by the pitcher. It's not hit especially hard, but you'll see it get past second base where neither middle infielder can track it down. And it'll make its way into center field.
Here's Carlos Gomez. As he'll take a look at ball one.
1 ball, no strike.
And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, there's a good one right there, right over the top. And just fire that thing in there.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. In the air now out to right field. Harper waits on it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Rangers leave a pair, but they still lead it 3-2. Welcome back to Arlington. Game 6 moves on to the 7th inning now, but before we start, let's call on our game summary to show you how we got here. Keone Kela is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
Number 50, Keone Kela.
Jose Lobaton will be the first one to greet him here as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now.
Lobaton.
Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0.
So often playoff baseball comes down to the bullpen, and this is going to be a bullpen game from here on out.
Ball 2-0 now.
And down by a run, a leadoff walk would certainly help the cause. He's got to shrink that strike zone here and not chase anything that he shouldn't be swinging at.
Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Got himself a 2-0 fastball there, but he couldn't connect. 2-1.
That thing's coming in there hot. 96 miles an hour.
Set to deliver on 2-1. Changeup called a strike, and he comes back even at 2-2. 4 pitches. Fast, slow, fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
It seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable out there. Guys will catch on quick.
Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
And even with the new pitcher in there, I think you tip your cap a bit to that starter. I mean, he gutted out 6 tough innings, and he's given his guys a good chance at victory if this bullpen can hold the lead.
Into the box now, Trey Turner. He flew out in his last at-bat.
And that's just not really his game. Anytime he keeps it on the ground, he's got a pretty good chance of beating out a hit.
Fly ball out to straightaway right. Rua is there. And that's the second out of the inning.
The right fielder, number 34, Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. And, looked inside, but that's ruled as strike. 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Very tight ball game. 3-2 our score in inning number 7. Swing and a little tapper, but that one rolls foul. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
Yeah, and on 1-2, when you know the guy at the plate needs to protect, that's a great spot for that curveball. A lot of guys, they would have gone fishing for that.
And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2. What's the call here?
I still don't think I throw him a strike. There's a good chance that he's going to be chasing something, expand the zone, so you make him show you that he can hold back.
Crowd gets up for the 3-2. Good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. Nationals gone in order. Still a 3-2 ball game. Sean Kelly will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th.
Sean Kelly.
Ian Desmond steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far.
Center fielder, Ian Desmond.
And a swing as the bat goes flying toward the third base dugout, but it looks like everybody was able to duck for cover.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1.
1-1.
And here's a slider for a called strike, and he's behind 1-2 now. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2.
Yeah, that's a great pitch on 1-2. You start it in the zone, and hopefully you'll get that guy thinking he needs to protect. It turned out to be a good take.
Set to deal on 2-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
This is a big inning here. You're down only 1 with the heart of the order coming up next time you get in, so that's a good first step.
At the plate, Carlos Beltran. He drew a walk his first time up. The pitch. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1.
Getting that first pitch strike is so important against a guy like this. You have to be able to work ahead in the count and not let him dictate the at-bat.
Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. And a good pitch there as he got him to go after one in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Yeah, that's in a great spot, too. Just hard, late movement working down and in.
Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. High pop-up. Robinson is going to get there. 2 down.
Now, we could hear him all the way up here in the booth. Just a big old, ugh! Well, that's what pop-ups will make you do.
Jonathan Lucroy will stand in here. He's 0 for 2 with a sacrifice to this point. From the stretch, here's the pitch. This is hit high and deep out to left. Looking up is Worth. Gone! It's a solo shot for Jonathan Lucroy. His first homer here in the series, and it gives the Rangers a 4-2 lead.
Well, he had gotten the first two guys in this inning somewhat easily, and you figured he's on his way to just strolling through this seventh inning, but whoa, not so fast. He falls right back down to earth by serving this one up right here.
Mark Zepchinski will get the ball, looking to get the final out now here in this seventh inning.
Mark Zepchinski. The third baseman, number 29.
Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre, as he'll take a changeup here for strike one. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Oh, and 2, here it comes. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Chopped weakly to the left. Rendon scoops it up. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Rangers pick up a run here on the solo home run. 7 complete here tonight. It's now 4-2 Texas. Jeremy Jeffress will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Jeremy Jeffress.
Jason Worth will step in to start things for the Nationals. He'll be followed by Ryan Zimmerman waiting on deck.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least one back here in this inning.
And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
And here's where you don't need to be an RBI guy. You don't need to be a home run guy. You have to be a leadoff guy. Just get on base somehow to give that tying run on deck a shot.
0-2. 0-1 pitch, and he can't make contact on the bender. 0-2. Do you even bother with anything else here?
No, I sure wouldn't. As a hitter, you're thinking, look for fastball, adjust for an off-speed pitch. And so far in this at-bat, he hasn't made any adjustments.
Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. And in a 4-2 game, time to check the numbers here. It's our starter comparison as we see how these two performances stack up against one another. Ryan Zimmerman will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Now a fastball to start things out. Didn't miss by a lot, but it's 1-0.
It didn't catch the corner there, but you can see he was trying to jam him with the running action on that 2-seam fastball.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. This is line to left, and he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
I'll tell you, if this is in off the plate just a little bit further, this thing might end up in the cheap seats in left field. But instead, it just gets to the outer half. He still gets pretty good wood on the ball, but he winds up pulling it right at someone.
Daniel Murphy will come in now with 2 away, and to this point at least, so much for having the 3, 4, 5 guys get the rally started.
Yeah, it's been an important inning for that man out there on the mound. He's held his ground, and he may get through the teeth of this lineup, still holding on to that lead.
breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. Drilled on the ground is short. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. Still down by a count of 4. Odor ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that third hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike 1. Tap fouled at home plate. Down and away. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
Ready on 1-2. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a third time.
To first. Robinson is right there. And he'll take this to the bag of 3 unassisted for the first out.
The first baseman, number 18, Mitch Moreland.
Mitch Moreland digs in now after lining out in his last try.
And Matt, you know what? It's always a little frustrating when you square one up, you hit a solid live drive somewhere, and all you get to show for it is a nice little jog right back to the dugout. That can get in your head a little bit after a while.
No.
Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. Getting late, 4-2 our score as we play the 8th inning. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitters count here, 2-0.
Two and 1 after the foul ball there. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1. One out, nobody on. Shot toward right center, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Boy, we always talk about pitch speeds from pitchers. How hard are they throwing the ball? How hard was that ball hit back up the middle? Way harder than it was thrown, I can guarantee you that.
Blake Trinan will get the call now as he'll try to get the final 2 outs here and get this one on to the 9th inning. Here's Elvis Andrus now. Runners off for second. Swing hard liner to left center. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon. And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single.
Yeah, it's not too often that you'll see a first pitch hit and run, but it worked out here. Usually you see it when the batter's ahead in the count. 1-0, 2-1, sometimes even 1-1. But they roll the dice right away, and it pays off perfectly.
Ryan Rua digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. from the stretch. Squared that one up just a little late. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And here's a sinker that causes him to back away as that just about got him. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Both teams have 9 hits on the scoreboard. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Nail-biting time now in that third base dugout.
Well, things are starting to spiral here, and you've got to make sure this doesn't spin completely out of control.
He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
Might have had him geared for the fastball there because it didn't look like he was expecting the break at the end. You can see on pitch track, that thing moved a good 9 inches.
Here's Carlos Gomez. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1.
And this is a critical point right here. Things are in danger of getting away from you, so you got to suck it up.
The 1-0 pitch on the way. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Outside, 3-0 now. Ian Desmond would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Comes with a slider, 3-0, but gets it over for strike 1.
Yeah, he needed that one to avoid loading the bases, but it's still a long road back from here.
And he misses with it for ball 4, so the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
And this could really be trouble now because with runners on every base, they've got a chance to really break this thing wide open.
Ian Desmond stands in looking to turn this narrow lead into a wide one if he can come through with a big base hit here.
Yeah, Matt, but conversely, if the man on the mound can get out of this jam, he'll keep this a very tight game. Big moment right here.
Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. Off the plate and low here, ball 1.
Now on the mound, this is one of those at-bats where you have to get this guy to give your team any chance. You have to. Base hit here, it's all over.
Here it comes, 1-0. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Now this is on the ground to second. Is he going to get out of this? Oh, he won't get out of it. It's thrown away. And the run is in to score from second. It's now 6-2.
A very inopportune time for that. And 2 runs are going to score on a play that should have got him out of the inning. That is really going to hurt.
Number 49 is on, and he'll take over on the mound.
Number 49.
Carlos Beltran will stand in, and I've got to think these add-on runs here will really make it difficult to come back from.
And that's how they've done it all game long. They haven't really had a big inning yet, just a lot of 1s and 2s, but those will add up.
And that's inside for a ball, 1-0.
And this is a guy that needs to throw that curveball for strikes.
Yeah, when he doesn't have command on it, that's when he has to lean on his fastball. And sometimes that'll get him in trouble.
Right side. And not too shabby out of the pen. Takes just 2 pitches to get the ground ball, and that ends the inning. So 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error in the inning, and a couple of men left. Game 6 is on to the 9th inning now. It's the Rangers 6 and the Nationals 2. The Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge with Dallas in the background as we welcome you back to baseball on the show. Anthony Rendon will come forward now, trying to stave off elimination as he'll get the first crack at things here in their half of the 9th.
It's so hard to believe that everything they've worked for all season long comes down now to these final 3 outs.
Now the pitch. 9th inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. They'll ride the hot hand on the mound as this man will stay out there after the 1-2-3 inning last time around.
And the more important set of numbers is that he got that 1, 2, 3 against the guys hitting in the middle of the lineup, 3, 4, and 5. So now as a reward, he'll get to match up with the bottom portion of the lineup here.
1-1, here it comes. 1-2.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95-plus mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely.
Well, this was never going to be an easy play. This is towards the hole, and he's on the outfield grass when he actually gets to this thing. And then he might have been thinking, am I going to spin and throw it or throw off balance? So he never really looks the ball in, and they're going to hit him with a tough error on this play.
In now, Danny Espinosa as he comes up empty on a pitch right down the middle for strike 1. Set to deliver the 0-1. Hit sharply toward the right side. Oh, and he misses it. And he is in there.
Boy, I'm not really sure what happened right there. I wonder if he might have lost that ball in the lights, but that seems like a ball that he should have caught.
Sam Dyson is on now to try to close things down here in the 9th.
Number 47, Sam Dyson.
Clint Robinson will stand in now, and hey, give these guys credit. They're not going.
I'll tell you what, they're not too far away from making a game out of this one after all.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Skied into very shallow right. Rua has a play. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, catcher, Jose Lobaton.
Jose Lobaton ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
Yeah, and they found him on a fastball last time, so let's see if they come at him with the hard stuff again.
Here's the first pitch. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. Now a swing and a fly ball. Gomez sprinting after it, and that will end up a foul ball. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Swing and a little blooper to center. Desmond has it in his sights. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
And this is all about taking charge out there. That's the center fielder's ball if he can get there. So he calls everybody off, and he makes the play easily.
Trey Turner will stand in, and their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. He's set, and the pitch. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Swing, and he pops him up. This should do it. Odor is there for it. And the Texas Rangers are on top of the baseball world. They are your world champions.
Well, one thing's for sure, this city is going to be rocking tonight. This place is going crazy right now, and for good reason. Their guys are the new champions of the world.
Back now on the show. More reactions now to this series-clinching victory. And down on the field, we'll get a chance to watch the presentation of the Commissioner's Trophy to the new world champs.
Final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Rangers, 6 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors. They left 10 men on base. For the Nationals, 2 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors. They left 8 men on base. The winning pitcher is Martin Perez. The loss goes to Gio Gonzalez. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 6 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at the ballpark, 49,115. The Rangers thank you for attending and remind you to please drive home safely. Thank you and good night.